Hi guys, what's up? It's Alex here. We're back with MotoGP 2015 career mode, and today we are here in Qatar for the first race of the new season of MotoGP. We narrowly missed out on the championship in Moto2. It's been a couple of days since you guys saw that, but I thought it is time now for the next episode of MotoGP 2015. You need to get back into it, and yeah, hopefully we can get a good result in our first race in MotoGP. It's going to be tough. We have got the worst bike that you can possibly get for our private team, but we're saving up the GP, I think it is. We're saving up those points so that hopefully we can buy a good bike maybe by about halfway through the season, and then hopefully we can challenge for good results from then on. So here we are, back of the grid. I've actually changed the livery, so I might do that in the next episode because I quite like the blue helmet. I think it was. Do I have it on now? I don't think I do. I have that red and orangey one. But yeah, first race starting in 22nd place, so 7 places outside the points. So lights are out. Oh, Abraham comes across on us straight away there. But anyway, down to turn number 1 here. We're going to brake a little bit later than these guys to hopefully get a good amount of positions, but that isn't the case. Oh, we hit Lavity ever so slightly there. We're really going to try and have a clean race, but guys, if I do knock off a couple of people throughout the races, just please don't have a go at me because I really just don't have the speed on this bike really to be challenging, and obviously I might go for a bit more ambitious moves than I would have done in the past. But 19th place here, not too bad. Obviously we're really just riding around in this first sort of half of the season, I'd say, just to get those GP points, not the actual points in these races, because that's going to be tough. And maybe on some of the tracks that we're good at, maybe France, Le Mans that is, and Mugello, we might be able to challenge there for some decent points. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, first couple of races don't really expect much. I mean, I could nick a point here and there, but I'm really not expecting to be way up the points, obviously, because this is one of the worst bikes. But I do expect our race pace to be better than qualifying. So yeah, hopefully that can be a thing. Obviously you guys have realised in the last episodes my race pace is normally better than my qualifying pace because I can follow people, see where they brake and that sort of stuff. Obviously we still do have the racing line on. I don't really want to have it on, but I'm so much slower without it on, so it's probably best, to be perfect guys, just to have the racing line on, just to make sure that we do keep up with the AI. And yeah, 16th place, 1 place outside the points here. This could be an opportunity to get a couple of points if we do have a good run. But X-Lite sponsor that we've got, which is a type of helmet, motorbike helmet, it's very small on the bike. It'd be nice if it was a bit bigger, because it just looks like a bald bike in all honesty. It just looks a bit silly, doesn't it? And hopefully if we can do better in the series as well, we can have better sponsors, that sort of thing. We can have a bike that looks a bit nicer. I'm going to probably change up the colour scheme somewhat, but having a better sponsor would be good as well. Obviously I think you get sponsor awards and stuff. You guys can let me know if that is a thing, but I think there are sponsor awards, so I think that means that you get more GP or something. I can't remember. I'm sure one of you guys will know in the comment section. Obviously you guys are a little bit more knowledgeable about the game than me. Lots of things do get pointed out in the comment section, what I was wrong here and there about. But yeah, not bad first races. I mean, we're going to have to get to grips with obviously faster bikes here, but it's not too much different to Moto 2. I know a couple of comments in the last couple of episodes saying obviously it is quite a big step up from Moto 2 to MotoGP, but it maybe isn't as much, as noticeable as Moto 3 to Moto 2. But anyway, let's try our best now to just keep with these guys, maybe get a point, maybe. We'll see. Anyway, powering away here. Past Reading, that is a point. 15th place would be a point, but we just have to wait to get to the start-finish line to get absolutely demolished down a straight line because they're so fast in a straight line. It's going to be tough to really keep up with them in a straight line unless we get the slipstream here. Vinales, I'd say that's a bit further down than he actually is in real life, and it looks like AlexZAfRo just in front of him as well. They seem to be doing quite well in real life, especially in qualifying. They seem to be programmed not as good in the race by the look of it. I didn't see where they qualified. I obviously only saw we qualified quite near the back. there's a gap there on Vinales. I thought a little bit of a gap, so we've gone for it, but now we're not going to have any slipstream. We're going to maybe just try and get in behind Barbara or Hernandez here. Not too sure which one of them is better in a straight line, but we're keeping pace with them thanks to the slipstream, and this is going to be a bit of a late braking manoeuvre. They're squeezing each other, and I've got... who is it again? Vinales. We've got him right behind us, so that's going to make it even more tough here, but we can't quite squeeze our way through here. Obviously we're going a little bit off the racing line to try and find a gap here, but that hasn't worked out too much. But we're in 14th place. I think that's 2 points at least. That might be more, I'm not sure. I don't even know really how the point system works in MotoGP. Oh, someone's fallen down. It's Valentino. I think that was Valentino Rossi, wasn't it? Are we going to finish it? Yeah, Valentino Rossi's fallen down. He's way outside the points. What's the reverse button? Because I was getting a bit too excited about being ahead of Rossi. I wasn't actually paying attention to the braking zone. So that saved myself and Hernandez and maybe Barbara a couple of points there by doing that. I don't want to do that throughout the whole series, but it will, you know, come here and there where that will be a thing, where we'll have to. But I think so far we've got to say we sort of outperformed the bike actually in this first race, but I should have a decent amount of experience on these tracks now, so I'd say that we can do quite well in this championship actually. If we can get onto a better bike, I mean, we're not going to be challenging for the championship even though we had the best bike, because we'll just lose so many points in the first half of the season, if you know what I mean. But we should have to put on a decent challenge maybe. I think we should be, hopefully, maybe, I mean, I'm saying top 6 now, if we get a better bike. That must sort of state that, because that's gonna, it's not like a realistic goal, that's like a tough goal to try and get to, but top 6 if we get a better bike about halfway through the season might be possible, because we might be able to start, you know, getting wins and that sort of stuff. So, you know, if that you know, turns out to be a thing and we do get a good bike, that wouldn't be too bad whatsoever. But we got a really good run through this final corner here, guys. Sadly, I've completely messed it up running over the curb, but yeah, we're going to come home in our first MotoGP race in 13th place. Really happy with that, because I don't think I really expected that when I started out the series, or the MotoGP race series. I don't know, but anyway, 13th place, which is good. Is that 4 points? Or was it 3 points? I'm not sure. 3 points for us. That's still not that bad. We beat Vinales and Redding. Don't think we really expected that to happen. And Lorenzo won that race. Marquez, Davizio, what did I say so stupidly? Davizioso. And where did Rossi finished second to last. He only beat De Angelis. Wow. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next race. I can't remember where it is, but we'll see you there. Right then, guys, here we are for the second race of the season. This is United States Grand Prix, or Texas, or whatever it's called. But anyway, we're here with the second race of the season. Obviously, that first race was pretty decent. We picked up, was it 3 points, I think, in that first race, which is good. That's what we wanted, at least to pick up something from that first race weekend. But here today, I decided not to do qualifying, just because I just don't enjoy going on this track, to be perfectly honest, guys. So I decided, let's just start at the back here today. I don't want to do this for like many of the races, but it's just the tracks I really don't particularly like. So yeah, that's why we're starting at the back. It really shouldn't make much of a difference, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, the lights are out, and we're heading up to turn number 1. Head on the brakes later than everyone else. Should we just go around the outside of everyone here? I don't know whether, hopefully we won't fall down. Okay, then we found a new tactic here in the United States. Going around the outside of everyone seems to work. It's actually got us up into the points already. I did not expect that. But okay, that's us up into 15th place now. Did not expect that, but we're really wide through here. We'll get back onto the track now. Oh, that nearly made us fall down. Sorry, that's going to be my flash track for the race weekend there. Can we rewind enough to get out of this situation? Unfortunately, we can't. Alright, where's the curb end? I don't know. Anyway, we got out a bit better that time. Oh, nearly hit Hernandez. This first race, or first season I should say, on the MotoGP bikes, get my words out finally. It'll be always just a bit of an experiment, to be perfectly honest. I don't think that was my fault, to be perfectly honest. It's going to be a bit of an experiment the whole season, so I don't really know about, you know, picking up points consistently, and, you know, flashbacks and that sort of stuff will have to be used inevitably, because I'm going to have to be learning, and the bikes, you know, every bike, every different track. I mean, I haven't done a season where I know the track and bike combination that makes any sense, because every bike is completely different to the last one I've been on, so that's going to be tough. Hernandez, we braked quite a bit later than him here, but hopefully we can get it stopped into the corner. We can, and that's us staying in 13th place here. This is good. This is, well, more than expected, let's just say that. Paul Espargaro's a little bit down the field, a little bit further down than I expect, I'd say. I normally expect to see him in top 8, but he's 11th place right now. He's behind Scott Redding, who finished behind us in that first race there, but we run a bit wide. I think we lost that position to Hernandez briefly, but I think he's going to go back down the inside here. We're taking very different lines. It's not on purpose. All this contact as I just go across him there, running side by side. More contact. We're just trying to go for the same bit of track here, but we've gone past him once again, and that's moved us back into the position where we have pretty much held since the sort of 7th or so corner at the hairpin before the long straight. Pretty much held this 13th position for a half a lap now, so let's try and do our best up to turn 1 again. Obviously we knew that a good line was the wide line on the first lap, but maybe it's not on the second lap. But everyone's hopping across the curbs, and that's actually giving me a good run off the corner in comparison to them. But it's also giving me a very different line in comparison to them, because they all took a really tight line. I took a wide line, so I got more momentum through the corner, but it ended up not going exactly how I wanted. But Petrucci now just in front of us. We should be able to go around the outside of him. Yeah, there's space. We'll go for that. Around the outside of him. And now we've got Paul Espargaro and Scott Redding battling over 10th place here, and we're going to go for a move around the outside of them. Oh, that nearly ended in contact. This bike actually doesn't seem that bad. I'm sure I'm going to jinx myself now, but it really doesn't seem that bad. It seems like a pretty solid bike. I don't think it's like race winnable, you know, race winnable. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be able to go for race wins, but I think it's a pretty decent bike where we can probably score points, you know, most races. I didn't honestly expect us to be good at this track. I thought we were going to be pretty bad. That's why I didn't do qualifying. We could have been a lot higher up in qualifying if I'd realised we were going to be good, but down the straights we just get absolutely demolished by the bikes with sort of factory parts. I mean, obviously I know they're not factory bikes, but they got some factory parts, especially the Tech 3 bike. Scott Redding's obviously part of, what's their team again? Can't remember now. What's their team? I don't know. Let's just not bother trying to mess up the commentary by going through all that. But I know he obviously raced for that team in Moto 2. I'm sure someone... Mark VDS, there we are. Got it in the end. Got past him. Now Paul Espargaro. Obviously both of these two are battling. Ow! Oh no, that's an accident, but it's our fault, so we're going to have to take the pain of losing loads of positions and even bigger pain of being behind Jack Miller, who's not having a good season whatsoever. I don't know why he went from Moto 3 to MotoGP, but it seemed like a silly move. But if we just can do silly stuff like that, then I don't know why we're talking, because we shouldn't be doing silly things like smashing him off his bike. Oh no, we went extremely late into this first turn. We're going to have to just slow it down. They're going to hop across the curb, so we should have the momentum down the straight, and we should go back past Miller there. Oh, there's contact. He steered into the corner. He steered into me there. But yeah, 2 accidents in a couple of corners. You know, in the space of a couple of corners is not clever. Not what we wanted either. Closing up. Who is this? Baz? Is that Loris Baz? I really don't know. I haven't really been keeping an eye on who's even in the bottom end of the championship in MotoGP this season, but it's very raced in World Superbikes or something like last year. But yeah, we're going to go through there. You can see our scuffed leathers there from falling off twice in the space of like 2 corners. Loris Baz, he's defending. He knows that we're right behind him here, so he's going to defend obviously. And we messed up that one a little bit there because he got back through on us. I think the scuffed leathers are actually a lot more realistic than they were in the past. In my opinion, they do look quite a lot better. But anyway, we're probably about a second behind Bass at this point now. On the brakes late. And we get turned into the corner. We've got a couple of opportunities to get past Baz here. I think we are faster, so there are a couple of opportunities, including the one coming up any second now. Just got to make sure we get the power down. This corner here. No, we're going to mess it up. he's messed up a little bit through there as well. He's lost a bit of traction, but so have we. It could be a last corner dive down the inside if we've got enough speed through here. Ooh, it's closing in by little thousandths of a second here, but I don't know. Are we going to be able to do it? Oh, it's like we're a little bit too far back to go for a move. Oh, so close there. I honestly don't think we would have. I mean, we could have gone for the dive to go past him, but I honestly don't think it was going to work out there. But anyway, I'd still say a pretty decent way to end off the race. Obviously, I'd have liked to pick up the win there, but in all honesty, I don't think it was going to win. What am I talking about there? I'm just rambling on what I'd normally say in F1 videos from time to time. But no, definitely not the win. But I definitely think we could have taken that position there. But unfortunately, it just wasn't to be. But there we are. That's the race results. Lorenzo will still lead the championship. Yes, he does. Scroll down the order. Where's that? Well, we're down to 15th place. And 17 people have scored points in total. So yeah, guys, see you in the next episode, a couple of days time, more MotoGP. Goodbye.